Hey, this is John Fly. I'm going to do a cold and dark tutorial on the IXEG 733. I did a cold and dark tutorial before, but have refined it a little bit, and I've also hired a first officer. So we're here at John Wayne, KSNA. This particular scenery is by GPB 500. You can find his a lot of his airports on the x-plane.org store, or sorry, download forums. And so yeah, we're gonna go inside. We're cold and dark in the aircraft, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, with the checklist.
Battery on.
Battery on.
Position light on battery.
Position light on battery.
Fuel pumps on.
Fuel pumps on.
APU start.
Waiting for the EGT to rise. And as soon as the light comes here, we can move down the checklist. Okay, APU has been started.
APU gen on.
APU gen on.
Position light on.
Position on.
IRS to nav.
IRS alignment to nav on the left side, over to nav on the right side.
FMC set position.
Go down to our FMC. We'll take go to position init, take our GPS location, put it into the IRS position. Okay, set.
Yaw damper on.
Yaw damper on.
Galley power on.
Galley power on.
Emergency exit lights on.
Emergency exit lights on.
No smoking auto.
No smoking auto.
Fasten seatbelts auto.
Fasten seatbelts to auto.
Window heat on.
Window heat on.
Hydraulic pumps on.
Hydraulic pumps on.
Ignition select on.
Ignition select. We'll go on the right side for the even day of the month. Check.
Flight directors on.
Flight director left on. Flight director right on.
Heading set.
Heading set 196.
Altitude set.
Altitude initial for this departure will be 7,000 set.
VHF comms set.
VHF comms are set. We have 118.0, and we have for clearance delivery, and 120.8 for ground set.
Auto brake RTO.
Auto brake down here is set to RTO.
Transponder set.
Transponder squawking 3154 set.
FMC set.
Okay, we'll go ahead and program the FMC now. So we're going to go John Wayne, which is KSNA. Put that in as the reference airport. We'll then go to route route. Origin will be KSNA. Let's go to KLAS, which is Las Vegas. The departure from KSNA will be the Muscle 7. Actually, let's do a quick check here to see what they're running right now. Yep, muscle 7, Daggett transition will be taken off from 20 right. Our arrival into Las Vegas will be the Kepik 3 arrival with a Daggett transition. We'll be landing ILS 25 left, and that should be good. So I'll check for some discontinuities here, and we'll activate that. Go to our performance, put in a 0 fuel weight of 40 and reserves of 2. We'll be cruising at flight level 290. No D-rate on our engines today. Flaps. We'll do a flaps 15 departure out of here. V speeds 121, VR 122, V2 130. Okay, FMC is set.
Air temp set.
Air temp set.
Recirculation fan on.
Recirculation fan on.
Packs 1 auto, 1 off.
Left pack to auto and right pack off.
Bleed 1 and 2 on.
Bleed 1 and 2 on.
APU bleed on.
APU bleed on.
Pressurization altitude set to cruise altitude.
Our cruise will be 29,000, so we'll change that to 290. Set.
Landing altitude set.
Landing altitude 2,000, give or take. Set.
Altimeters set.
Our altimeters are 299 or 2 set.
Airspeed cursor V2 plus 15.
V2 plus 15 is 145. And that set.
Before start checklist is complete. Ready for pushback.
Okay, we're ready for pushback.
Engine start checklist.
Hold on 1 second. Ground services. We're going to push nose right. We'll go ahead and release the brakes. Okay, continue.
Engine start checklist. Packs off.
Packs are off.
PSI minimum 30.
PSI minimum set.
Anti-collision light on.
Anti-collision light on.
Start engine 2.
Starting number 2. Stand by. We're waiting for 22% on engine 2. Starting engine 2. Stand by. Adding power to number 2. We're waiting for engine 1 to stabilize. Continuing our pushback. Okay. Engine 2's stabilized.
Start engine 1.
Starting in number 1. Waiting for N2 to reach 22%, adding fuel. Okay, engine stabilized.
Gens 1 and 2 on.
Gen 1 on, Gen 2 on.
After engine start and before taxi checklist.
Go ahead.
Pitot on.
Pitot heat on.
Wing anti-ice and engine anti-ice as required.
Anti-ice not required.
Packs on.
Left pack auto, right pack auto.
Bleed APU off.
Bleed APU off.
APU starter off.
APU start off.
Pressurization mode flight.
Pressurization mode flight.
Engine start switches continuous.
Engine start switches continuous.
Flap set for takeoff.
We'll go ahead and do our, I think we'll do our taxi first before we put our flaps down because we're doing a flaps 15 departure. So we'll set that in just a moment. Next.
Trim set for takeoff.
Trim is to be 3.6. Trim set.
Taxi light on.
Taxi light on. All right, we'll go ahead and start our taxi. Parking brake released. We're going to taxi down Alpha to Lima, and then we will cross 20 left, and then taxi into position on, or we'll hold short of 20 right and finish our before takeoff checklist. It's really important that when you're on an online network like Pilot Edge, air traffic control, that you're on ground up until you get up to this first holding point at 20 left. The big jets will not take off at 20 left, so generally ground at John Wayne will tell you to hold short of 20 left. At this point, you actually change your frequency over to tower. So in this case, we'll go to 126.8, which is the tower for the right side, 20 right. So 126.8 is our tower, and then we're going to put in the standby 128.1, which is our departure, or sorry, yeah, SoCal departure that will be handed off to. So we'll simulate here that we've been cleared to taxi to 20 left. We'll go ahead and put in our 15 flaps. We're ready for the before takeoff checklist.
Auto throttle arm.
Auto throttle armed.
Transponder, verify squawk, and alt on.
Alt on, transponder set.
Landing lights, inboard on.
Landing lights, inboard light on.
Runway turnoff on.
Runway turn off. Lights left and right on.
Strobes on.
Strobes on.
Wing lights on.
Wing lights on.
Taxi light off.
Almost overshot our taxi here on 20 right. So we'll just taxi up here. Simulate that we've been told to line up and wait. Taxi light off. Okay, we'll go ahead and do our takeoff roll here in the next video. Thanks for watching.